Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw. Ready?
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Take it at the 37. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Step round 80. Round 80. Check. Left right. Check.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school that one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Hey, 79. 47 is the mic. 47.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
He's got his tight end fan. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
60 Pittsburgh. Watch out, watch out. Tight end run, tight end run. Hey. You got three down, go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been terrific so far. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect it and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go. 50 wants the mic. Wait. 50 wants the mic. Let's get the ball.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He finds Taylor, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A.
Hey, front 80. Alpha. Check the hot read. Slam. Hey, Charlie. Right here, guys. Mike 51. Mike 51. Wait, 89!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. They'll find his man. That's Taylor again. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a 1st down. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, this from 48. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
On the
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 24. Check 24.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing now is Locke. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. On 2nd and 15 now. Rivers got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be out right at the 35.
It's a gain of 15 yards and leads to 3rd down.
Set. 190. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, Delta. Hey. Orange 5-4. 43 is the Mike. 43 is the May. Haywood. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Record.
3rd and short yardage. Rivers.
I got you, boy.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Timmy Jernigan. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect to pass, and it backfires. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
And the Broncos first down.
On the set. Topper! Topper! Get that quarterback!
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Watt going to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Hey, Delta! 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down. Lock. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Richie James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they got themselves a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage. And
using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
White 90. Black 15. Hey, 79. 79. Screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, ready. Ahead.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Rivers on first down. Ball going deep here for Taylor. He's got it with the 15. It's a big one there for the Chargers, and even 40 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. On the ground, it's Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Check that. Hey, go orange. Orange. Check the backer. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Watch white.
Now on 2nd and 13. Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different. He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers 35.
First down, Broncos.
Block now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, touchdown number 15 of the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is now 21-14.
21, Chargers 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to throw on second down. Rivers. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Foxtrot. Mike's 47. Who that? 47's the Mike.
And the blitz does come. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. To throw is Rivers. Going deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw again, Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Rocket. Smooth.
Throwing again. Rivers. He's got it to Williams. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Rivers. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A quick throw there out to Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He's back to throw. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow, this fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Lock to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw is Locke. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
You better be afraid of me. Shift, watch the shift.
Back to throw. Locke. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Joey Bosa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
218, chop.
Locke going to go on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it looks like the Chargers are going to win this thing. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.